Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Papu. Welcome back to another bad rep. Today, I'm going to explain the battle, the match we just had with Morat against Acontecimiento. Okay, and the mission we were playing was hunting party. Okay, this one that is actually the one that I practiced the previous week, and I'm gonna play the same list because that's the reason why I practice that list. Okay, basically, very quickly, the missions, sorry, the objectives, the objectives. Basically, the objectives are to connect antennas. You get 1 point for each antenna connected. To hunt down more enemy specialists, you get 2 points. If you hunt down at least the same amount of lieutenants, you get 3 points. But if you hunt down more lieutenants than your opponent, then you get 4 points. Okay. Apart from that, there are two classifieds, and then there's a restricted range that we completely ignore, by the way, but because both of us forgot. And what else? This is the important part. This is why I highlighted in yellow. But the hunting mission allows all the troops that had a pistol to get automatically a stun pistol, and whomever is a character, a veteran troop, a lead troop, a headquarters, or and that's it, I think. Then they get for free with no additional cost. They get an adhesive launcher. Okay. Apart from that, all the multi-BS weapons can use stun mode, and that's the thing. The good thing is that in this scenario, stun special ammunition causes the immobilized wound state instead of the stun state. All right. You can get rid of this stun state by doing reset, but then you have to spend an order. Okay, you need to reset. Oh, whatever. Okay, let's talk about the list very quickly. That's the list. I was practicing against nomads last week. Is 325 points because, as you know, this GSA campaign allows combined army to have 25 points more, and obviously everybody else is basically supporting the Japanese sectorial army, and they choosing to win the whip roll automatically and to deploy 10 centimeters or 4 inches forward. Okay, well, up to. They don't have to, but they can if they want. So the list is basically this link with two Sogorods and one Kornak. Okay, this guy is very good at providing arrows. Okay, this is very good guy providing arrows, but as well is a very good guy killing people because he's got BS14, and by playing monkeys, that's probably the best you can get. Then we've got Beat and Keys. They're specialists. He's very good at killing enemy hackers. And I'm playing two Ica drones. One of these guys, just regular order for 8 points. And with mimetism, what else can you ask? Um, and finally, this M drone that I really like it. I'm actually very happy because he's got a lot of things, a lot of equipment. He's repeater, so that matches with Bit, but at the same time, he's got sensor, and that's very good because that allows you without line of sight. That allows you to discover geo camo markers and camo markers with bonus of +6. So that's pretty good. Apart from that, this guy moves 6'4", and is multi-terrain. That's good, and he's forward observer. So he is going to be the one to activate the antennas. Okay, that would be the idea. Apart from that, as well, um, he can turn off mines, and that's very interesting. Okay, I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you later, but you'll see why. Let's see. Okay, so in this mission there are two classified objectives, and I was pretty lucky because I did get test run. That was good because I'm playing an engineer, and I got designation that is not the greatest, but it's not bad. Okay, mainly because if I successfully roll against one unconscious troop, okay, because I mean it's just easier. Um, the telemarking or whatever it's called, or marking, then automatically I'm doing this mission with just one order. Okay, so pretty good. Let's see. That was the my deployment area. Okay, let me just move my camera a little bit. That was my deployment area, and that was the Panushania deployment area. In this case, as I said, my opponent was playing Acontecimiento. Okay, and basically, I was expecting some Nagas. I was expecting some maybe Black Maris. I was expecting Tic Balang. Okay, so more or less all these things. Before I keep moving on, I want to explain something that I've just been thinking about. Okay, it's about strategy. It's about um, different ways of playing, different ways of deploying, and basically, one of the things I like about this list is that it can provide good arrows. Okay, the thing is that this guy and this guy are going to be there. Okay, to basically annoy. All right. I'm playing against Panushania, so I'm fully aware that he's not using smoke. That's very good. And the thing is, how many troops are you willing to die? Okay, how many troops? I mean, sorry, let me rephrase that. How many troops would you basically leave there on the battlefield, uh, getting ready to provide some good arrows? Okay, because I've been thinking about that, and I've been testing quite a lot this strategy, and it seems like people hide their troops a lot. In my opinion, too much. They might put maybe hidden teal, or I mean some one of these miniatures that is basically good at arrowing, because he's got a good equipment basically to provide arrows, mainly because he's got Teo marker, I mean Teo equipment, or he's got camo and he's in cover. And but the thing is that I'd rather prefer, if you don't have this in your arm, or you don't want to spend as many points as they normally cost, okay, I would recommend you to put people that are quite tough. So when I was designing this list, I thought I want to be able to put a guy on top of a roof, okay, in cover, but I mean stand still, and basically ready to fire, okay. So this guy's got armor 8, and behind cover he's got armor 11. Same happens with the Sogarat, okay, especially this one. He's got armor 6, so behind cover he's got armor 9. So when I ask how many of your troops are you willing to sacrifice, I'm saying that because if you hide completely everything, I think all armies got mines. All armies got like templates. All armies have got many weapons that can destroy you if you completely hide everything. Okay, so I think you need to provide good arrows. Now, some people might think, oh yeah, but this is why I always include an total reaction bot. But I'm just saying, yeah, the total reaction bot is good. I'm not gonna say it's not good. But the thing is that he's got armor 0. So even if he's behind cover, he's got armor 3. And yes, he's gonna roll 4 dice most of the scenarios because he's got an HMG. But once this guy is killed, who else is gonna be there? Because how many others will take to kill a TR bot? Okay, 1, 2. So what about the others? What about the other others? Your opponent will have the chance to move towards your deployment area, kill 4-5 miniatures, and still has got some orders left to go back. And that is a problem, because if someone needs to kill 4 or 5 miniatures in his turn 1, then at least it should be quite easy to kill that miniature and do something else, right? Because this is not chess, I know, but I'm sorry for being a bit philosophical here, but this is how it goes. For example, more or less all the armies got somebody that is pretty good at moving and he's pretty good at shooting, and he's not like amazingly expensive. I'm not even talking about Achilles. I'm not even talking about Joan of Arc. I'm just saying, for example, a Dakini with HMG. Okay, he moves 1510, and well, and he's got mimetism, so that can be a very good weapon to destroy your entire army in turn one. You can just, if you hide everything, that's what I mean. He's gonna move freely. Okay, I'm moving freely around the table. No one's providing any arrow because no, everybody's hidden. And then I'll get to a point, right, that I'm gonna be looking for the angle to shoot at one of yours, dead. I'm moving a little bit more. One of yours, dead. One of yours, dead. One of yours, dead. And obviously everything can happen because we're rolling dice, right? But don't hide everybody. Just put someone there that is good enough to do something. Okay, it can either be a sniper, it can either be a TO sniper rifle, it can either be mimetism sniper. That's good. That is an annoying arrow piece. Okay, that's what I'm just saying. Because for example, the other day when I played Hacky Slam, my nomad opponent just hide everything except for a TR bot, and once I killed the TR bot with a sniper, everything else was hidden. So my Fidai was just doing this, and you might think, okay, well, that's because you were playing a Fidai. Well, not really. If you're playing somebody that moves with 1510, in 3 orders is just in your deployment area. Think about it. This is like 45 plus 30 is 75, and there are only 60 centimeters between your deployment and his deployment. So 3 orders is enough actually to get there and start killing people. So at least you gotta try to put people there that distract this kind of spearheads. Okay. Well, having said that, let's go for the bad rep. So that was my Morat part. That was his part. And basically I wanted to put my Raicho right here, and I knew he would be playing Nagas and with monofilament mines, and probably the Black Maris and the Tikbalang. So I thought, oof, I'm a bit scared of these Nagas. Okay, so he started putting the Black Mari score here, so perfect. Okay, there was one sniper rifle, there was one HMG, 2 normal guys, and a doctor just behind this white box. As you can see, well, no, cannot even. There was probably a mine here. That's because it's too close to the Black Maris, and I know one of them can deploy mines, so that was pretty obvious. Then there was another one here that I suspected that that's one Naga, and that was the hidden, well, not hidden, but I mean prone and pretty hidden lieutenant, because in this ITS mission, lieutenants are public. I mean, it is a public information, so you need to say who your lieutenant is. Then he reserved one model, and it was my turn, so I put my engineer right here, prone on top of this building. Then I put a Nika drone, just covering with the light flamethrower. Then I put my Cornac with this massive prone token, mainly to clarify that I wanted Cornac to be inside the building, not on top of the roof, just prone. Okay, so it was right here. So I'm using the little one, and I put this big one to refresh that information to my opponent every time he looked at this corner. Okay, then I put this Sogar here, just like as I was telling you, like standing up, getting ready to shoot. I don't care what is shooting at me because I'm using a forward back. So just shoot at me. Don't worry, I've got armor 9. If it goes very bad, I will go prone or I will die. But I'm willing to sacrifice at least one of these guys, no problem. The same thing with this. If you're coming towards this way, towards this alley that was open right here, I've got another Sogar with HMG AP. So the same. Willing to sacrifice these guys because that's not the important thing in this game. This game is not all about killing and killing. That was the simple robot, that was bit and keys, and there was an ecodrone right here, and there was the sensor and sat log bot here with the slave drone, and let me just, okay, the ecodrone, and then I reserved my Raicho, and then he put his Dragao, and I was like, whoa, big surprise, a Dragao with this super amazing automatic cannon that is pretty awesome. Okay, I had a problem here because this is a very good weapon, I would say. Then I put my Raicho, the same. I'm here, shoot at me. If everything goes very bad, I've got an engineer, and I'm gonna hide behind this truck, this lorry. So let's go for it. Drag out, moved a little bit. There was, let me just go black, and let me just start making some lines. I think it's pretty obvious what happened here, but so Panoshania is just moving the drag out a little bit, and there is line of sight here with my Rachel. So I think he took a wound, and I decided to move him a little bit to the right to get in cover. Then what happened? What next? What was that? Okay, no, sorry. Actually, I took this picture. Yeah. So sorry, that was what happened. But before that, I think this guy that was deployed here move a little bit and try to kill my Sogara with fewer back. That was interesting because there is no picture because it was very interesting. But I'm telling you, the thing is, he's rolling 5 dice. I'm rolling 2 because I'm in a fire team, and I'm critting him. So 1 order spent from my opponent, and already 1 wound taken, none for my part. Perfect. Next thing, next order, he's shooting the same. I'm shooting back. No, I'm not hitting yet. I take 1 wound. I'm staying here. Then he's shooting again. 3 orders. Okay. I'm passing some armor rolls, so I'm not done yet. And I'm thinking, 3 orders. I could go prone now, and that would be okay. But there would be 6 orders left, and he's playing Nagas. So if I go and kill the Nagas in my turn, then that would save me a lot of headaches. So I thought, you know what, Sogarat, I'm willing to sacrifice you. So I'm standing still. I'm standing up here. So basically, he went for the fourth order, and finally, this Sogarat was killed. So 4 orders to kill 50 points. Is that worth it? I would say if you're playing 6 orders and you're shooting with one of the best robots ever, then yes, it is worth it. Perfect, no problem. Good. Then what happened here? Okay, maybe we were just checking line of sights. Can't remember very well, but I think he was moving the Dragao basically. No, I remember. I think what happened here is there was a little line of sight, and the engineer tried to get here, and I tried to shoot at the engineer, but I missed. Damn, because that would have been perfect. So he was fully recovered, and then he moved on. And what else? Okay, and that was pretty much it. So he moved. He tried to shoot at a little bit of more things. Then the engineer tried to come here. He was like healing the robot, and that was the end of his turn. My turn. Let me see. Yeah, let me just check a little bit. I think he tried to shoot with the sniper rifle as well, activating this core to one of the AP Sogarat, but I successfully dodged. So I went behind the wall because I wasn't willing to sacrifice that much. And then it was my turn. So basically, my right to try to move towards the right, ignoring the Ragao, and basically just killing one of these Black Marks with the HMG, although it wasn't easy because he was in cover. He's got mimetism, and he's got the bonus for fire team. So I was actually very lucky, and I crit on this guy using shock ammunition, so one less. Now was okay because he didn't have the bonus anymore. So what else? Then I was moving the Rachel towards the other side, okay, and I shot at the one carrying the sniper rifle. And although now it was easier for me because I was going at basically 14s at 11s again. Now he was shooting back at 12s with two dice, and I crit again. So my opponent was a bit like frustrated here. I fully understand. Sorry. So both of them were killed actually. No, actually I'm lying. I just beat him basically and he died. Okay. I didn't crit this time. What else? Then I try to save. Okay, then I try to heal this robot. Sorry, my right toe. But to do so, the slave drone have to move, and there was line of sight with the Dragao. So I was very lucky. I just moved, ignoring the shot. And now I'm thinking that actually playing with the rules of this scenario, the Dragao wasn't able to shoot at me because at more than 80 centimeters, weapons don't work. Okay, so I was lucky, but it was fair, let's say. So I saved a couple of wounds from the Rato, and I completed my test run. So perfect. Then I moved this guy, the sensor and cell lock. I activated the antenna, so perfect. And then I made a mistake here because I went backwards trying to put him in cover. But what I should have done instead was this. I basically moved on, and then I played my sensor. Okay, so this Naga was rebuilt. I could have done this by moving maybe like here, okay, and maybe I could play the sensor, and I don't know, but I'm not sure if I would have touched the mine or not, but it would be nice at least, just in case. But anyway, um, by the way, he did the test run as well, as I can see right here. And basically, I thought I need to kill this Naga because it's very dangerous. So I just moved towards the right of, I mean, towards this, and I just shot at him with no cover. So I was shooting at 11s plus 3, so minus 3. So at 11s with 3 dice, and he decided to dodge, or yeah, he decided to dodge, and he missed, so he was dead basically. He didn't activate the dog, so I thought, okay, maybe he's got a doctor. Well, actually, he did have a doctor right here, and I thought, well, maybe he wants to come, heal him, kill my robot, and maybe connect the antenna. I don't know. So I thought, okay, fair enough, just unconscious. Then my right to, what was he doing here? I think oh yes, with the left orders, I thought, well, that's not a bad turn. So let me try to shoot at this Dragao. Let's see if I can do something. So I try to shoot at him, but actually, uh, I got a crit. I mean, I was crit. So right to was crit, and then I think I spent all the orders left trying to heal him again. Okay, which I successfully did. Then he moved his other Naga from the other side. The other Naga was I'll say today. It was assassin. I know it's not. I mean, it was a Naga with killer hacking device, and that was interesting because there was as you can see, there was. Let me just show it to you. There was a straight line of sight. So here, I tried to discover. Okay, when the Naga went this way, I missed, and then when he tried to activate, I tried to shoot, but I missed as well. So no problem, no big deal. But I just took this picture because I thought it would be nice, to take the picture. Okay, what else? Then I think Rachel was getting some shots as well. Then this robot got killed by somebody that I don't remember. I think it was one of the Black Maris that moved a little bit. yeah, I think the black marks moved, and then there was a moment they could see this guy, and he was dead. In my opinion, that was risky and not, because if this guy is like unconscious, right? Because he's a robot and he's a remote, right? He's got different levels of unconsciousness. He can be shot um, with the ammunition that immobilizes, and then that would be part of hunting, and then he would have gotten some point here. He would have, um, yeah, got some point here. Sorry, and but he didn't actually. He just went for it. It was killed. Okay, no problem. Here's what I was telling you. My little slave drone trying to get this guy up again. Then he was moving his Ragao, and basically that was the Naga that activated. The Naga came here. I thought he wanted to start shooting the speculative attack with the grenades to immobilize the Raito, but no. So basically this Ragao came here. He was looking for line of sight, and finally, yes, there was line of sight here because there wasn't here, but there was some here. So he was shooting at Raito. I think Raito was gone, completely gone. He was fully killed. And then he moved up, and then he went to this place, and I'll show you in a minute because I can't remember. Yeah, that's like turn 2. I'm actually thinking that I missed something here. In turn 2, I think he was trying to connect antennas basically, and that was relocating people, and then he thought, okay, turn 3, I'm gonna do something impressive. But what ended up happening is that he just moved the drag out here, so he killed 2 of my robots. So okay, no big deal. And the important thing is that this dragao ended up, sorry, let me just, right. This dragao ended up being in suppression fire, I think, right here. Okay. So, yeah. So I decided now is the time. Forget about killing. Forget about doing anything else. Just try to hunt people down. Try to connect the maximum of antennas you can, and basically try to get those 4 points by hunting the lieutenant down. So I counted mentally and I estimated the distances, and I thought, I think it's possible. So I went for it. I started moving on and on with Kornak and this Sogorod with HMG. I think there was a bit of a discussion here, like, will it be line of sight within, I mean, throughout the door and that, but in the end we decided no, it was very difficult. Because apparently, as part of the ruling, okay, you always have to shoot from your 180, okay, middle of the base towards the front. So you cannot just pick a part of the front base and shoot backwards, let's say. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself well, but what I'm trying to say is that, so if this is the base, okay, let me try it. If this is the base and this is the half of the line, all right, let me actually draw it. What am I doing here? So let me draw it. I think it's gonna be faster. Let's see if I can do it. So the thing is, imagine that's your base, okay, perfect, and your approximately, that is your 180 degrees, okay. You are supposed to shoot from any point of this, okay. Let's say you're facing towards the front, okay. You're facing this way, all right. What you cannot do is you cannot shoot somebody this way, okay. You always have to shoot towards, let's see if I can just do it like this. You could shoot maximum somebody like this. Obviously you can shoot all this, okay, That's what the ruling says. But at this point, for example, I cannot just shoot like this. Okay? So that was what we were talking about. And after reading the ruling, that's right. So he could not shoot at me because he was just facing like this, let's say. More or less like this. Well, he was actually like this. Okay, so basically, if that is the circle, more or less, he wanted to shoot me like this. Okay, when I was at here. And I said, no, you can't do that. So I kept moving on and on. Okay, and I was forced to kill one of these guys here because he had a adhesive launcher, and it was too risky to to let him alive because he could immobilize my cornet, and then obviously that was a bad idea. Now, just for you to understand, we are in turn 3. Okay, it's my last turn, and right now we are 2-2. So if everything goes right, I might win like 6. No, sorry. Right now it's like he's got 1 point and I've got 2 points. Okay, because I managed to immobilize with corner. Let me see if there are pictures here. Okay, yeah, perfect. So that's the picture. I'm moving on, and corner in the end is like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot at this naga with the stun ammunition, with the adhesive launcher, and I crit with an 8, and that was fantastic because already I've got more specialists hand down than him, hand down than him. So I'm getting 2 points now plus 1 for my test run, perfect. And then I'm running out of orders now, and what I need to do is I need to keep moving on and on, okay, and moving on and on, all straightforward, and I need to try to find this angle here, okay, and shoot with my very last order. I need to try and shoot with the adhesive launcher because he's got adhesive launcher as well because he's heavy infantry to this lieutenant. So if I can manage to do that, I would definitely win like massively. I would get 4 points. So I would have won like 4, 6, 7, like 7-0. Okay, but in the end, there was no line of sight. In the end, I ran out of orders, so I just won like 2, 3, 3-1. I just won 3-1, so not that great, not that bad. One of the things I want to say to finish is that it's very important. Some people just focus too much on killing miniatures, and sometimes I've seen players that are very good, and a lot of miniatures from his side are getting killed, or got killed, sorry, and still they managed to win like massively just because they killed maybe 2-3 miniatures very specific, and they just went to accomplish the mission, or they just located everything as they were supposed to do, and that's it. They got it. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it. He managed to accomplish 2 missions, and so sorry, I won like 3-2. The list is very good. I think I played well. I was a bit lucky with the rolling, but in the end, I should have gone more towards to accomplish the objective, as I think my opponent would have. If I was my opponent, I would have done the same. Okay, I think he had better army to play. This time I didn't bring my khakis and smoke, and that was a big mistake, I realized. But I really wanted to play this list, and yeah, the bad thing about this list is that there is no smoke available. And obviously against Panoshania, that smoke would have made my life much easier, okay? But anyway, that was fun, and well, I hope you had enjoyed, and if you have any questions or you want to mention something, or if we've made any mistake that you want to point out, then let us know, okay? Okay, see you around. Bye.